Okay, so everybody, this is the BreakMySSH challenge that's located on Dockerlabs.es. This is a Docker container challenge, and the first thing we need to do is we need to download the challenge. So we can go ahead and click on this button right here under BreakMySSH to go to the download page. So from there, what we're going to do is click on the download button. And this is a very small challenge, so we should be downloading it very, very quickly. We're going to go ahead and go back to our downloads directory here. And in the downloads directory, we've got the challenge here. So this is a zip file. We need to unzip it. And that's going to unzip the tar file as well as the sh file. So what we need to do is we need to make the auto deploy script over here that we just unzipped executable with chmod plus x autodeploy.sh, run that, and then we need to run the autodeploy script /autodeploy.sh, and then supply the name of the tar file that's associated with the challenge, which is breakmyssh.tar. Okay, so after we do that, the autodeploy script is going to deploy the vulnerable Docker container, and it's going to deploy it to this IP address right here, 172.17.0.2. So this is the IP address we're going to be scanning against. So we're just going to copy the IP address, then we're going to go over to nmap, and we're going to scan the machine. So when we run nmap, we're going to scan the server and we're going to try to figure out what ports are open on it. So we do that by scanning all the ports with this flag right here, -p-. We're trying to figure out what, if we find any services, we're going to run common scripts and get the version of the software by running this running nmap with this argument here, -s_C_V. We're going to get very verbose output from the program by running it with this flag right here, -VV, and we're going to run it very, very fast, but not too fast, with this argument here, -T4. So the last thing we supply is the IP address, which is this. Let's run the nmap scan. Okay, so it came back really, really quick, and we only found one port over here. So the port in this case is port 22, which is running the SSH program. So we can see that the name of the challenge here is called BreakMySSH, which means that we're going to have to find some way to access the SSH service. So in this case, what we need to do is we need to brute force the SSH completely, and we can do so. So what we're going to do is we're going to do both username and password brute force on SSH. So this isn't something recommended at all, because brute forcing against SSH when you know a username already is already kind of sketchy enough. But when you're brute forcing both the usernames and the passwords, that can get a little bit well, it's usually not successful. But sometimes it is. And in this case, because there's only port 22 SSH exposed to us, we don't have very many recourses. So what we're going to do is we're going to run another brute forcer program, and usually you see people use Hydra for brute force. But in this case, we're going to use ncrack. Ncrack is an older program, and it's made by the same people who made the nmap program, and it's actually a deprecated program. But the thing about deprecated programs is that deprecated programs still work, and sometimes deprecated programs work better than your usual programs. And in the case of ncrack, the reason I'm using ncrack is because it doesn't do, so usually if you give a program like Hydra multiple usernames, it'll do one username and then all of the combinations of the passwords. And then after it's done all the combinations of the passwords, it moves on to the second username. And then it does all the passwords against the second username. But Ncrack seems to do it a bit more. It doesn't do it that way. So that's why I'm going to be using Ncrack for this particular job. So let's go ahead and run Ncrack. You need to supply a number of things to Ncrack before it works. You need to give it a protocol, which is SSH, in IP address. You need to supply a user list or a username in the form of this over here. And in this case, we're going to give it 10 million usernames. That's a lot of usernames. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to supply a password list. So we're fuzzing for both usernames and passwords. And we're going to try to do it as quickly as possible with this argument here, -t5. So let's go ahead and run this. And hopefully it doesn't take too long to get what we want from the program. It still hasn't come back. Okay. Let's just do some magic, and I'll tell you what's going on over here. So in this case, we're actually brute forcing for the root user's account. And actually, wait, I might be able to do this the regular way if we assume that we're looking for the root user's account. So we would do Hydra. And what was the Docker container is at 17, okay. So if we're assuming that we're looking for the root user's account, and we give the rocku list, word lists, then we find it right away, okay. So that's assuming that we know that we're looking for the root user's account. But this is these are the credentials here. So root and Estrella. So we can go ahead and log in as root and the password is Estrella, and then we're in. So the thing is that we're the root user already. So it's this is both the initial access and the privilege escalation, because we get access directly as root. And that means
hey everybody, it's Scary Hacker Voice Man. It looks like you left your root account accessible, Mr. BreakMySSH administrator. We decided to do some brute forcing of our own, and we found the root user's password. It was Estrella. Anyways, now we're in as the root user, so it's game over.
okay, so we're the root user now, so we can just wander on into the root directory, and we're going to see that there's nothing in here, and there's no flag associated with these challenges. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some classic hacking stuff, and we're going to be doing some defacement. So we're just going to echo out into the root directory HackerFrogs rule, and we're going to save that as graffiti.txt. So we've left our graffiti over here. And we've effectively finished the box. Okay, so everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for the BreakMySSH challenge over at Dockerlabs.es. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please leave a like and subscribe on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel. And it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.